Okay, so here we are in ZBrush, and a couple things I'm going to do here that I don't typically do all the time, but for this tutorial, I'm going to show you some options here. So the first thing I'm going to do is, if you don't have a second monitor, or if you just want to have some reference of what you're working on in your screen, you go to Texture. We are going to Import, and we'll go right into this, and we'll grab him. So now that I've added that, I want to click on it, and I want to come right over here where it says Add to Spotlight. Now, this is going to add it to Spotlight in here, and I have my little wheel here that if I press Z, will hide it and have it come back again. Now, if I have Shift Z, that hides everything. Shift Z, and Z will do that. So now wherever I click, my wheel will show up. And if I click on my object, I can move it around. If I click here, it'll still move my image around. So what I want to do is I'm just going to go to my scale, and I can bring that. I can make that as large or small as I want. I'm just going to tuck it up here in the corner. And I can make it larger, and so I can still have some space to sculpt and that kind of stuff. So I can do that as well. For now, I'll keep it like this. Now, one important thing is if you're using reference, and I can add as many images as I want in here, and I can adjust however I want. You'll see if you just scale over this, I'm going to do it over here. You can see there's all different. I can do opacity. I can have that go all the way through. You can fade it. There's all kinds of things you can play around with in here. But for what I use, it's usually scale and opacity is all I really mess with. And again, you can have a bunch of different images in here. It will get crowded over time, so just be aware of that. Let me just bring that back over here. So one real tricky thing right now is I'm going to hit Z to hide out my tool there. And the problem I have right now is I can't sculpt on this with this here because of some of the other features ZBrush has. So I have to go into Brush. Whoops. And go into Samples. And at the very bottom here, I say Spotlight Projection, just turn it off. That'll allow us to have this up, and now I can sculpt on my mesh. Okay, so that's one way to bring it in here. Typically, this is how I work. I'll bring an image in and just sculpt from looking at it here, just some observational sculpting. And now I'm going to bring in an image that we can set up on our planes here. I'll do that next just so you can see that option as well.